I don't think a letter of complaint will get me out of here. Would you swap your phone for this nifty ballpoint pen?
Decidedly not. The telephone is my livelihood. I have to be available at absolutely all times.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hold on a second. Yes? Do you want anything in particular?
You don't happen to know a way out of here, do you?
No, but you don't want to get out of here, believe me. The world outside is a cruel place. Mistakes you make out there have real consequences. You could lose millions of dollars. Let's say only because you were distracted for tiny little moment when your wife is shouting, "Look, Brucey, it's a boy," for example. That kind of guilt will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Can you get off the phone for a sec?
Certainly not. That's my broker on the line. We're talking millions here.
Can I borrow your telephone?
Absolutely not. This phone is my lifeline. I don't dare think about what could happen if I was unavailable. Just imagine me putting that thing away for a minute. When my wife is shouting, "Look, Brucey, it's a boy," for example. Or worse still, imagine, during that brief distraction, when I look over to my wife, my stock portfolio goes into free fall. I would lose millions because I hadn't been on the phone just for a tiny little instant. One moment of carelessness, and my whole life is in ruins.
Not really important. Go on with your phone call.
I was planning to do that anyway. Hello? You still there?
What do you make of this guy, Harvey?
An obsessive stockbroker forced to quit Wall Street cold turkey. Nothing unusual, really.
I've always wondered if lamp designers are rejects from the International School of Ugly. This lamp is certainly proof of that. What do you think of this lamp, Harvey?
It is an instrument of the...
Like what? I'm an instrument of light, too. For example, the light ordered me to eat moth. Come down at once, you ugly gnome. His disobedience irks me. I have the urge to tear something apart.
No! This gnome will not be included into my inventory.
Hello. Hey, you don't have to hide from me.
How can I be sure? You could be a velociraptor in disguise.
What are you doing back there?
I am doing research in the field of paleontology.
Behind the armchair?
Where else would I be? You won't find a prehistoric skeleton lying in the middle of the room. It would have been recovered a long time ago.
That makes sense. I'm Edna.
I am Professor Knock. Pleased to meet you.
Are you one of those mad scientists?
I beg your pardon? Who do you think you are? The youth nowadays. They see a man with white hair crouching behind an armchair in an asylum, and they jump to the mad scientist stereotype at once.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. Do you know how I can get out of here?
Of course I do. I always use the laundry lift to travel to my Peruvian amber mines.
The laundry lift goes all the way to Peru?
Of course not, silly. You have to transfer at the continental shelf in the Sonoran Desert.
Do you know anything about Dr. Marcel?
More than most. Did you know that he has a dark secret?
I knew it! I knew it!
Yes. He's breeding dino-human hybrids in his secret facility on Jupiter.
No, I didn't know that. How's research coming along?
Quite satisfactorily. The only things missing are a couple of dino genes for my secret breeding program, if you get my drift.
That sounds exciting. How does one breed dinos?
Oh, do come on. Everybody knows that. Dinosaurs hatch from occlusions in amber.
Can I borrow your ticket for the laundry lift?
Don't be preposterous. I can't do that. I've got to get to my Peruvian amber mines to recover dino DNA.
That's too bad. May I please change the channel?
By no means. I need to know how this ends. The fate of mankind depends on it.
The dinosaurs become extinct.
That can't be. They're just pretending to lull us into a false sense of security. I wonder what they're up to. Are they secretly planning to melt the polar ice caps? You can change the channel. I need to make preparations.
When you sit so close to the screen, you get silverfish in your tear ducts. This chair is not responsive. It's a TV chair after all. What do you make of this, Harvey?
I think it is a horse.
You think? The command line reads chair.
Just count the legs. It must be a horse.
Nah, it seems to belong there somehow. Tempting, but I don't have the time to watch TV. It seems to like the program.
Of course it does. This is exactly on its level.
So much for my career as a plant tamer. Well, maybe I can teach it some tricks. I don't have a vacant place in my nightshirt, and the window seat in my heart belongs to Harvey.
I spit on passers-by from up there.
What do you make of this, Harvey?
Yummy! Veggies for supper.
I thought you had strict dietary requirements of pure candy.
I always eat whatever will cause the most damage.
The only light they're getting comes from the TV set. I'd rather not. I have a brown thumb. These plants are inherently useless. The artist must have suffered from severe depression. What a waste of good, clean dirt. Look, Harvey, an ashtray.
Are you sure? It could also be the queen.
No, look closer. See the wrinkled surface?
Oh, yeah.
And this lack of expression, the haggardness, the ashen color tone. The statesman-like attitude in the ever-sagging corners of the mouth.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess you're right. It is an ashtray.
That ugly lump? Nah. Hello, Professor.
Attack of the pterosaurs! No, it's just you. Hello, Edna.
I'll drop...
If the world...
Yeah, a dinosaur movie. I don't like dino movies. You know how they end. Everyone's extinct. Harvey's favorite movies are ones with ponies.
With flesh-eating zombie ponies, to be precise.
Too bad I'm the only one who can hear him. He's so cute when he talks about ponies.
Welcome to the Stock Exchange News. This is about two things and two things only: buying and selling.
Great. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. I would pick it up, but I don't want all those talk shows soiling my pockets.
Welcome to the Stock Exchange News. This is about two things: buying.
Buy now?
Buy now!
Sell now?
No, still don't sell yet.
Hello? Hello? Buy.
What's that? Buy?
Buy.
Buy?
Buy.
Buy? Wouldn't you recommend selling eventually?
Look, Brucey, it's a boy.
What? What?
Just a joke.
A joke? Oh no. Not again. The phone call! Hello? You still there? What's that? What? Lost everything? Not again! Okay. I understand. Alright. Later. Didn't you want to make a phone call? Here. You can keep the phone.
Hey, Bruce. I've got something here that'll cheer you up.
Leave me alone.
It could be a refill station for ballpoint pens.
Even if a pen isn't likely to stick its head in there.
The pen loves to watch adaptations of novels.
But I don't like them. They're never true to the book.
Hey, there's a coin in there. Hey, shouldn't I get some change?
Of course you should. Here you are.
Thank you. That's very kind. A coin? This reads, shortage of spoons. Bring your spoons back to the cafeteria. Oops, I tore it.
Yippee! Let's rip the place apart!
This does... Huh? This doesn't... This doesn't... It doesn't... This doesn't... Work. This... It just won't come out. I'm sorry. Hello? Is this the cafeteria?
Yes? How can I help you?
I'm calling in regard to a notice posted last week.
The one about the shortage of spoons? All right, fire away.
Your spoons reflect at break, concave and far, far away.
Stop it! Stop it!
Strange. Look, Harvey. This announcement says there are no spoons left in the cafeteria.
Well, don't look at me. I haven't used a spoon since I left that skiffle band. Whoa! Kill it!
Kill it? Harvey, it's just an easel.
Phew, that's a relief. I thought I read weasel in the command line.
Look, Harvey, a fresh canvas.
Quick, let's muck it up! Muck it up!
Some artists, apparently, talk to their canvases. I wonder if they ever got any interesting answers. Do you want to be creative or play an adventure game? No, thank you. I'm not into occupational therapy. White and flat. This must be paper.
Shall we draw dirty cartoons?
Nah. Your dirty cartoons always look like pretzels.
Oh, yeah, pretzels.
Behave yourself, Harvey. What for? It won't listen anyway. No, thank you. I'm not into occupational therapy. No, thank you. I'm not into occupational therapy. This is all junk from occupational therapy. Nothing here appeals to me. No, thank you. I'm not into occupational therapy. No, thank you. I'm not into occupational therapy. What do you think of this shelf, Harvey?
I can't stand it. Let's knock it over.
Ugh, damn, too heavy.
We'll have to find something else to knock over then.
This is art. This piece of art is really appealing to me, yet it mocks me at the same time. It is very tempting, but this is exactly what such art is all about. The angrier I get at my own understanding of the need not to swipe the key, the deeper the genius of the work becomes. And the more I realize I can't take the key, the madder I get as a result.
Whoa! I really like that!
Yeah, me too, little buddy.
Let's swipe it!
Oh, Harvey, then it would be ruined.
I'm warning you, the player won't like that very much.
If they understand everything that's going on here, they're beyond help. My standing here and agonizing makes me part of the artistic experience. Now that's fitting. B-Man with wax crayons. Do you also get a waxy feeling in your mouth sometimes in the morning? Look, Harvey, crayons.
Cool. How many are there?
2.
Aw, not nearly enough radioactivity to mutate me into a giant monster rabbit. Keep on searching. Tokyo's next trampling can't wait forever.
Excuse me, I still need them.
Someone has scribbled "Beware of Frank" on it. Strange. Shall we play appendectomy, Harvey?
Only if I get to be the doctor.
In that case, forget it. Nah, I'm not in the mood for its snippy attitude. Something strikes me as odd about this guy. I just can't really put my finger on it. What do you make of this guy, Harvey?
I don't see anything unusual about him.
Hello, B-Man.
Hello, stranger woman.
Go ahead and keep calling me stranger.
As you wish, stranger woman.
Why are you locked up here? You seem to be wise and balanced.
I have a theory. I think it has something to do with my clothes. Men in bee suits have a bad reputation.
Do you know a way out of here?
A speedy mental recovery comes to mind. That, of course, almost never happens. Maybe that's because the criteria of mental health are subject to Dr. Marcel's judgment. And to be honest, who would admit to his own customers that their demand has been fulfilled?
That's quite cynical for someone in a bee suit.
Anyway, some of us loonies use the old laundry lift system. The unauthorized changing of floors is possible that way. The laundry lift to freedom is yet to be built.
Where do you think the bad reputation of the bee look stems from?
There's no question about that. The media. Men in bee suits are generally represented as the laughing stock. And the main culprit? Children's animated films. Animation movie authors are basically mounting a campaign against us. The Mexican in The Simpsons, Charlie Brown in Peanuts, or Bumblebee from Transformers. Men in bee suits are the clowns of the media.
Actually, the name is Edna.
Pleased to meet you, Edna. Who's your little friend?
That's Harvey. He's helping me to escape.
Hi, Harvey.
Cool get up, buddy.
Why are you wearing a bee suit?
To show solidarity with other men in bee suits. To open the world market for the insectoid garment. As conceptual performance satire. To boycott the fashion industry. And finally, to express my admiration for those hard-working honey collectors.
Admit it. You lost a wager.
I lost a wager.
Why do you have such big ears?
All the better to eat you with. And as a valve for my exceptionally high output of earwax, I'm afraid.
Exceptionally high output of earwax? Yuck!
Yes, it is no picnic.
I don't think it should be used in the same context as picnic at all.
This overproduction is some kind of an allergic reaction with me. I'm allergic to hot beverages. I could still use a good cup of coffee right now.
Are you trying anything in particular?
I'm still waiting for inspiration. A sip of coffee would surely be of help, but I'm ashamed because of my allergy.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
My allergy leads to an overproduction of earwax.
Oh. The choice is rather limited. Except for the stinky drink, everything has been crossed out. What'll I have? What? There's only the stinky drink? Would you like to order something, Harvey?
Champagne for all.
After we've escaped, okay?
Yippee!
Ooh, this is so 80s. What do you think of the neon sign, Harvey?
It is an instrument of the light.
Like me. What, for example? You are so 80s. Why? I don't want to open an internet cafe.
Cut that out, please. I need the darkness, so I don't have to see the world around me. It depresses me.
I wonder what this is for. Light! Seems to be broken. Look, Harvey! A light switch!
Careful! It could be a trap.
What do you think of this guy, Harvey?
Seems to be an exceptionally dull dweeb.
Hey, you. I'm Edna. Who are you?
Hi, Edna. I'm Peter.
Really? What parents call their child Peter? How old are you anyway? Nobody's named Peter nowadays. My. What an exceptionally ugly name. I'd kill myself if I had a name like that. It isn't that bad. The name might be ugly, but it becomes you in a way. Is there something wrong with you?
Something wrong doesn't even begin to describe it. It's my 40th birthday today. Yet one more year, one more decade on the odometer. My life really can't get much worse.
You have a bipolar disorder, right?
The doc calls it that. Yeah.
And what do you call it?
I call it Peter.
Do you know a way out of here by any chance?
There is no way out. Not out of this building. Not out of this skin of mine. Not out of this life.
I could try to cheer you up a little.
You might as well try. I don't see how that could make things worse.
Your problems are completely irrelevant in a cosmological context. To be more precise, you are irrelevant from a cosmological standpoint. I mean, what good does your existence do to anybody? And who will care when you don't exist anymore? Have you ever done anything that will leave a lasting effect? What is there that will last anyway? Nothing. Even the pyramids will crumble and fall eventually. In the end, all is futile, and all you ever struggled for, poof, just hot air. What I'm trying to say is, well, what exactly?
You wanted to cheer me up.
Oh yeah, right. At least, you've got your health. Still, the decline will happen inevitably. You might as well be happy that at least the machine is still ticking away satisfactorily, because that's what the body basically is. Not much more than a machine. And every machine ends up in a junkyard eventually. Of course, there's a long phase where you try to keep it running. A little fix here, a little repair there, but still, it's inevitable. It's better to not even try. No machine is designed to last forever, and you need to recognize the point where it's merely a nuisance to all. I've lost the thread just now. What was I driving at?
You wanted to cheer me up.
Oh yeah, right. At least you're still alive. That doesn't go without saying at your age, you know? You're entering a phase in your life where the only way is down. The good times won't return. And you might as well forget about all the achievements you haven't made by now. You've missed that boat, Peter. From this point on, it's going to get permanently worse. I've lost the thread just now. What was I driving at?
You wanted to cheer me up.
Oh yeah, right. It's a beautiful day and the sun is shining. Well, okay, that doesn't help you a great deal in here. You are locked up in here after all, so you can't share in all the great activities people can do on the outside. But maybe it helps to bear in mind that everyone else is having fun, because unlike you, they can do whatever they please. And let's be honest here, they're probably happy that you're not with them. You're not exactly the life and soul of a party. I've lost the thread just now. What was I driving at?
You wanted to cheer me up.
Oh yeah, right. So, this man walks into the docks. Well, the man is approximately your age, so that's old. The doc says, Peter, you won't be around much longer.
That wasn't the whole joke, was it?
What joke? I only wanted to gently prepare you for what's coming soon.
This is not exactly encouraging.
Oh yeah, you're right. I give up. You're simply too hard a nut to crack.
Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it. I'd better leave you alone in your despair.
Right. Why should anyone want to keep me company?
You're right. I don't know either. A broken foosball table. Now I see why the loonies think this is a bar. Shall we pitch in for a game of foosball, Harvey?
Okay. Swing, bada, 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 swing!
Foosball, Harvey? Not that kind of pitching.
I see. Strike!
Harvey, you're hopeless.
Am I? Really? Like the Chicago Cubs?
You all play like you have broomsticks up your butts. If you want to move foosball tables, you should play against metagames. It's broken and there are no balls. Now I see why the loonies think this is a bar. Why do depressed people always have to sit so high up? What do you make of this, Harvey?
I believe it is a jackal.
More like a donkey.
Let's settle for a jackass.
Jackass? Come on, that's rude, Harvey. Norm, how's life?
I could tell you stories. Though I'm afraid all of them involve beer.
There's no time to rest now. I'm not drunk enough to start a bar brawl now.
The day is young.
This is supposed to be a spoon? Look, Harvey, There's a shovel in this barrel.
Edna? That is a spoon.
Nonsense. Nonsense.
Are you all right, Edna?
You're not a spoon. You're a shameful shovel.
Hey, don't touch that. That's the only spoon I could find in the whole house.
This is where the barkeeper mixes his drinks? Look, Harvey, a barrel.
So let's go and find the rest of the gun and some ammunition.
Whatever demons dwell in there, I'd better not wake them. I'd rather not. I like the tips of my fingers where they are. I'm afraid my retina might detach if I get too close. Whoa, this guy is pretty creepy. What do you make of this guy, Harvey?
I'm trying to figure out where he's looking.
Considering that space is curved around mass, it's possible that he's looking at a point behind the Horsehead Nebula. And considering his expression, someone must have painted the horse green. What do you make of this guy, Harvey?
I'm trying to figure out...
Barkeep?
I'll be with you in a minute. I'm still serving this gentleman here.
But he already has a drink.
Don't tell me my job.
Barkeep, one drink, please.
I'll be with you in a minute. I'm still serving this gentleman here.
But he already has a drink.
Don't tell me my job.
Someone has scribbled "Beware of Frank" on it. Strange. Look, Harvey. Someone wrote "Beware of Frank" on the cup in mirror writing.
This really is a loony bin,
said the ragdoll rabbit. The coffee! Don't you understand? The coffee! This isn't exactly Shangri-La. What do you think of this, Harvey?
Whoa! A bale of Galapagos turtles!
How can you tell they're Galapagos turtles?
They don't flee when you flail your arm. I mean, they don't flee.
Wow. I gotta keep on moving, gotta keep on grooving. I don't want it. Invisible Man, is that you?
Who else could it be?
Isn't that... Yes, it's a chair! What do you make of this, Harvey?
I think it is a horse.
You think? The command...
Just count the legs.
Seat! Sit! Good chair. Nah, it looks like 1,000 undergrads have vomited on it. I'd rather not. The fluid in my kneecaps tends to clot quickly when I sit down. This is supposed to be an ashtray? Looks more like a belly trainer for constrictor snakes.
Whoa! The smell of cold cigarette butts.
Have you started smoking again, Harvey?
No, I just gave up lying.
I'll start smoking after I've escaped, I promise. Empty. Look, Harvey, that's where the coffee comes out.
You can spare the birds and bees routine. I know what's what.
This is a coffee chute, not a coal chute. It's only suitable for coins. Echo!
Echo! Cow! Cow!
This coin slot works like a wishing well. You can only make a wish after you put in a coin. You put coins in there. You don't take them out. Coffee. Coffee's ready.
What are you doing there, Edna?
Oops. I'm afraid I've forgotten the rules for foosball.
We will reconstitute your memory, Edna, I promise.
Can you add something to the menu for me?
That's not the way things work around here, honey. You either order something that's on the menu, or you find yourself another bar.
I'll call it a new beginning. There's only one choice available. Stinky drink. Man, this barkeeper has...
Bruce Lee had the tiger claw, Edna.
No wonder you couldn't read it. Mr. Cocktail Menu? Energize.
Edna? You have umpteen items in your inventory already that you've named like a character from Star Trek.
Like who? Ensign Mallet? Yeoman Chairleg?
Never mind. Could you repeat that order, Captain?
Energize, Mr. Cocktail Menu. Get us out of here.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Are you thirsty?
Very much so. I can't have the drinks that the barkeeper mixes, however. They are 50% insecticide.
I've taken your pinking shears.
If I may make a suggestion, put it back. It only brings grief.
Why? What happened?
Let's put it this way. I used to be Hornet Man.
Ooh, whoops. Would you like to make a phone call?
Not necessary. We bees communicate by choreographed dancing patterns.
Really? Maybe you can enlighten me. What's the deal with tap dancing?
It is some kind of bee hip-hop.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless fighting the Queen Bee. The secret entrance to the basement cave is hidden behind a bookshelf. Unfortunately, the doctor has advised Captain Useless against heavy lifting. That's why he's recently only been using the not-so-secret front door. In this panel, we see Captain Useless folding a disposable boomerang. Would you like my ballpoint pen?
No, thank you. I prefer the wax crayons. It's a proclivity of mine I cannot entirely fathom, and it bears a certain irony.
Do you play polo?
Not anymore. Horses are too scared of me, but I'm quite good at figure skating. Why do you ask?
Never mind. I've got something for you.
I hope it's not that broken chair leg again.
No.
And? What is it then? I'm incredibly anxious to know.
It's an immaterial economic commodity.
I see. Like the concept work for a marketable 2D adventure game.
Exactamundo.
So why don't you just put your immaterial economic commodity over there? There's not as much commotion in the air. We don't want it to evaporate now, do we?
Here, I've brought you a cup of coffee.
How considerate of you.
I think that's yours.
You can keep it. Regard it as payment for the coffee.
Coffee wasn't really that good, was it?
It was a kick against the shins.
You should ask yourself the following. Why would Edna rather deal with a cup of earwax than with me? The answer? She feels much more comfortable in the presence of the earwax. A delivery for the barkeeper.
What's that supposed to be? Amber?
Close. It's earwax.
Strange. It sure looks like amber. Be that as it may, I can't use earwax. My supplies will last for at least another 50 gallons of stinky drink.
Would you like another drink?
I've still got one. Thank you. My glass has been half empty for hours now.
Do you happen to need a pair of pinking shears?
Not in this life, I don't. I've already sliced up 1,000,000 lemons.
But won't they spoil?
Turn green? Yes. Spoil? No. If you shave them every now and then, you can use them for years to come.
Do you want my scissors? At least until I found a rope or a samurai sword.
You can keep them. I'm not in a hurry.
This negative attitude of yours is exactly the reason your life is so useless. Phone call for the barkeeper.
Oh, no. Not again. Tell him there's neither a Mike Roch nor a Hugh Jass here. Oh, yeah, and tell him I know where he lives. His little sister really has a fine set of teeth. Would be a shame if anything happened to them. A real shame.
Yikes. Routine inspection of disposition. Will you please sigh into this tube? As I suspected. Nothing but misery. May I see your liquor license?
Of course. I always keep it in a safe place. Right next to the arm of the last cop who asked me for it.
It's not that important anymore.
Nice guy, that cop, but a bit careless with his arms.
Shall I put you out of your misery?
What misery do you mean exactly?
Well, the face, this woebegone appearance, the lack of purpose, the whole totality of the superfluous Peter existence is what I mean.
I'll get back to you on that.
I can acknowledge that polo is played sitting down, but I still can't entirely understand your rationale behind this. Do you need a broken chair leg?
Don't be ridiculous, kid. This is a bar. There's an average of 3 of those on every stool.
In this surprise! Oops! I don't even know when my birthday is. I simply can't remember. I bet I'm a Scorpio.
If you're a Scorpio, I'm a lobster.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless getting a Best Buy gift card for Handy Boy's birthday. In this panel, we see Captain Useless fighting the cheerleader mafia. Watch out, handy boy. They're spelling pain. In this panel, Captain Useless is farting the Star-Spangled Banner. Bean dip. Conveniently served right in the bathroom. Very economically planned out. In this panel, we see Captain Useless secretly stuffing roast beef down his invisible inner pocket. They say, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Oh, that's nice. Are you hungry, Harvey?
Not really. It feels like I've got a stomach full of cotton balls.
I'd rather not. This stuff sits in your stomach like a rock. And it looks like the toilet bowl is already being used for a punch. Look, Harvey. Finger food.
Oh, that's just great. Thank you so very much.
Oh, sorry, bud. I always forget that you don't have fingers. Hello, you appetizers.
Hey, we heard those quotation marks.
I can't eat in the bathroom. It's a kind of thing I have. What do you think of this one, Harvey?
Nurgle biggity biggity, fiddledy fiddledy flop.
You can't stand her either, can you?
If you can't say anything nice about a person, just make something up.
I'd rather not. It could be used against me. I think she'd have something to say about that. Well... Who are you?
I'm Petra! Give me a P! Or, you know what? You can keep the P.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? I'm throwing a surprise party!
Where are the other guests?
Hello! It's a surprise party! What kind of surprise would it be if everyone knew about it?
Do you know a way out of here?
Why would I want to get out of here? There's always something going on in here. The people are nice. Plus, you don't have to feel embarrassed about anything in here. If you forget to put your pants on, nobody'll notice. If you want to get out of here, you'd better talk to Emilio. If you can find him, I believe he's currently working on a tunnel. If you get really desperate, you could talk to the Keymaster. But I'd only do that as a last resort if I were you. That guy is dangerous. His solitary confinement cell is on the second floor, though. So you'll have to wait until after lunch. We're being escorted to the dorm then, you know.
Keymaster, huh? Interesting choice of venue.
What do you mean?
Don't you think more people would come if it wasn't in the bathroom of all places?
I don't know. It is a surprise party after all. And what could possibly be more surprising?
Surprising doesn't do it justice. Appalling or absurd. That's more like it.
Oh, yeah? So, where would you have thrown the party?
How about the bar?
That's out of the question. Peter's been sitting there all day long, crying into his drink. And it's supposed to be a surprise party. He's a little touchy when it comes to his age. I hope the party can cheer him up a little.
How about the break room?
Huh? No! We never go in there anymore. 3 people vanished there once. They were actors. I think they were auditioning for a play. They were never seen again.
How about the TV room?
No! I loathe parties where everyone just hangs around in front of the tube.
How about the recreation room?
That was my first thought, too. But King Adrian was opposed.
King Adrian?
He rules the lounge. He is a wise and just king. And rumor has it that he's psychic. He rarely receives visitors, though, I'm afraid. His right-hand man, Druggle Jug, is as tough as he is attractive.
Any room would have been better.
I like it here.
You didn't have to do that.
The party is not for you. Today is the birthday of Peter! Oh, but please don't tell him the party is here. It's supposed to be a surprise.
We'll see about that.
You have to promise you won't tell him.
Okay.
Promise?
All right, I promise.
Swear it.
I swear.
Cross your heart.
Okay.
Cross your heart and hope to die.
I swear it, okay?
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Keep on celebrating.
Oh, I will. Oh, yeah, turn the lights off on your way out.
We'll see.